Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Steins Gate. Well, last episode was already great, and this one was good as well. As you know by now, if you haven't seen my reactions before, except for the first episode, this here I record after the reaction. So, as always, if you want to see the reaction, please go down into the descriptions. You will find a link to my Google Drive, replace the parts which I put in instead of dots, and set in real dots, and you will see my reaction. And, well then, if you want to, please come back and listen to what I thought about the episode, what I expect to be happening next time, and so on and so forth. For those of you who came back, welcome back. Well now, this picture here very clearly shows why there are no more minions in the world. Because of mad scientists. So sad. That is interesting. There was a very... how to say? The episode was slower. It took a little bit more time. There was more time to lay down a little bit and to think about what was happening. It introduced a lot of new characters again, which was needed because I could see most of them in the intro, and it was like, where do those girls come in? And now we know. It's nice. You all have them in episode 2, and they're all very interesting in their very own ways. And we are still going on in high sci-fi technology stuff for our time, so we're still about time machines, time travel, and teleportation, as it seems. So pretty nice. Let's go through it one by one, right? So first things, we met Marquise Kurizu, sorry, again, and she's not dead, which is a nice thing, because I don't need people to die all the time. But no question, she was freaked out by the way that he reacted to her. I mean, I can completely see that. If there's a guy you don't know jumping you, touching your hair like he did, and even pulling open your jacket to check if there's like stabbing or blood or anything. I mean, for it is a creep coming along, sniffing her hair, and trying to disrobe her. So this is really, he was lucky he didn't get more problems in this moment. Sorry. But what was interesting to me is, although she creeped out, she did not creep out so much as one might have guessed. So what I mean is, I don't know if she knows anything, but she seemed a little bit too cool and relaxed afterwards. And when she did her reading about the theories of time travel, she even took on him. So she made him kind of look bad, but she really gave a back and forth, as it seems. So if someone would have gotten to her in this creepy way before, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have gone this way. So that is strange, and it shows me that there is something more. Maybe she knows more, or she is an incredible relaxed person. I guess we will learn in the next episode, because we finished with a cliffhanger with her standing in the laboratory, which shows that she's following him and interested in him somehow, possibly in his research. That was the one thing. I like the way that she completely dismantled him and how they showed it, so that they just jump back and forth there. Her telling something and then him walking completely down later after the lecture. So that was a nice way. It had a little bit of comedic relief in it, as this episode had a little bit of comedic from time to time, which is a nice thing to lighten up the mood. She remembered his name completely, which is not so easy, you know, unless you're interested in someone. And we once again had the Elpsi Congru, which was used a lot. I wrote it down the last episode, and it was used very often this time as well. So then we met one of the girls. And I'm doing it this because it once again is not a girl, it is a boy. If you've seen my other reactions, I'm right now reacting to Overlord, and there we have the same too. We have a girl that is a boy and a boy that is a girl, and it's all very confusing to me. It's fine for me. Everyone can live and dress as ever they want and please, but it's messing with my head because I'm always like, what the heck is it now? Is it really a girl? Is it really a boy? Or is it once again one of those swaps? So here, Urishibara Ruka is a dude, which they played along a lot. Like, but he's a dude. But he's a dude. He's so feminine, but he's a dude. More feminine than anyone else, but he's a dude. I think they kind of wanted to show off other animes there as well. That is like, it seems to be a regular thing here. He seems to be nice, however, really focused on training. He really seems to like Ocarin. I mean, he blushed and everything, he got red, and so there seems to be a little bit more. Might be emotionally in the meaning of really in love, might be as well that it is just looking up to the older one who gifted him a sword. So both is possible. I guess we will see more about that in the future. I would be fine with both. But it is nice that they bring in a new thing there, which is still fitting to the theme of Ocarin thinking that there's an evil organization, which we heard about now, by the way. I will come to this later. So he gifted him a sword so that he can train sword fighting and especially exorcisms, which is a constant theme in case there are ghosts, demons, whatever. Why not? So he's the son of I'm not sure what it is, kind of priest. That was nice. They gifted the temple, gifted food for the research lab. I guess it is possibly not the temple. It may very well be that it was Ruka who did it by himself. However, interesting for me is, even for all the other characters coming later on, that quite many people know about Ocarin being a little bit nuts, but very many go along with it, and I'm not sure if not even some really believe it. So that is interesting. Because another one we had is a lot later on, the girl, which I didn't write on the name, I'm sorry, in the Meow shop. So one of the girls, by the way, Mayuri is working there as well as one of those cat-like girls. So they put on cat tails and ears and everything, which is okay if you like it. I mean, not they, the customers, I guess, like it. That's why they go there. She seems to like him very much, and she practiced her secret defense tactic, which is this, you know, I don't know if you have that in your country. Here we have Asian shops, and there are these golden cats sitting and doing this all the time. So that was what I thought about seriously. Okay, it looks like that. I think that Haru, the hacker, is a little bit upset with Ocarin because he played on this girl, like pulling her into his fantasies, because possibly for him she is like one of the perfect girls he could get, you know. She is crazy, she dresses as a cat and she's fine with that. She seems to have a very joyful and cheerful and playing side, so possibly he kind of fancied her, I guess. And then another one comes along and draws her into his very own very strange fantasies. I guess maybe there might be a little bit of tension. Well, we don't know, we will see. So there was a second girl we met. So one boy, one girl. We met the TV shop intern. That's what I named it, you know. So Amane Suzuha. She seems to be the youngest right now, although I am not sure about Ruka, the boy. So she's 18. I remember that, and she likes TVs. That's why she's there in a shop with no customers and a strange old guy who's very burly, you know, very masculine, a lot of muscles. So, but she's nearby now, so we will possibly run into her from time to time. I mean, she was introduced, so there will be something happening, and she was at least interested in what Ocarina and the others are doing, and he was nice enough to throw one of the coins to her when he went up the stairs, where he once again did his famous evil laughter. So he's really into this mad scientist thing, and evil laughter is important because you have to have, unless otherwise you're not an evil mad scientist. You have to have an evil laugh. Last but not least, there was one more girl. Oh no, sorry, the meow girl. I have the name. It was Ferris. The one I didn't write down the name was the one on the street, because it was mentioned only when she wrote the email, and it was a lot that was in there, so I skipped the name somehow. But I'm pretty sure I will get it. She is really interesting right now to me because she is not yet into this circle of his craziness, and she has her very own, which is very interesting. So she does pictures to remember what she did, where she was, which might mean either that she is someone who cannot remember, might be a kind of a disease or a sickness, you know, brain thing, that you have no long time memory. There are people out there who have this, so they only have short time memory and not long time memory, so they need stuff like that to remind them what they did. That might be the one option, or which would be fitting in the story, she might be someone who, whysoever, gets thrown through timelines as well. And this is what I said in the last episode. Whenever he is in a new timeline, he can remember everything from the ones who were before his life, to say so, but he cannot remember this timeline he's in now, because he just jumped in this moment, and everything that is past is from the other timeline. So there might be differences. So if she is jumping those timelines as well, those I wrote it down, world lines, this might be the reason why she's doing photos. Might be. And she's searching for a computer, a very old one, 30 years old computer. So no idea what this is about. She was very, very scared of giving her phone away, which shows how important those photos possibly are for her. You can guess it is like everything she can remember out of either reason. And Horo was able to identify the computer, and IBM, I think it is a play of words or for IBM, 5100. So I guess we will learn about this computer a little bit as well, and about her for sure. She is somehow involved in this. And then we went to the guy named John Titor. And now it gets interesting. So, John Titor in the original timeline that we were in episode 1 claimed to be from 2036, traveled back to 2000 to rescue the world, to make sure that an evil organization, or an organization named CERN, S-E-R-N, is not able to control time, because this organization, in his opinion, was about to be the only one allowed to time travel. And if there is time travel and you are the only one to control time travel, you control everything, because you can make sure that you win in the lottery, you can kill anyone you want, because you can just make sure he's not born, or gets hit by an accident. You can do anything, if there's someone you don't like, you can make sure he's not even born at all. If you don't like some kind of fruit, you can go back in time and chop the first tree that ever got this fruit. So there it is limitless what you can do if you control that. So, and here we have it, an evil organization. Interesting, right? And now I got myself a question. So the one thing is, in the timeline we are now, John Titor does not remember being in 2000. Okay. And no one else remembers him. All the books are gone and everything. So we Ocarine comes from a timeline where there's more information about him. So one might guess either that CERN was able to kind of lower down the damage that the guy had done, because he's running around and telling about them. You don't want that as such an organization. Or, as strange as it sounds, the traveling to 2000 will happen later on. You know, timelines in a different direction here now. So now comes my theory. What if our main hero, Ocarine, is becoming John Titor? What if, I mean, he's studying time travel. He now has a teleportation device he kind of accidentally develops. And teleportation to time travel is kind of linked, you know? You move something from one place to another, and time travelers, you move it from one place to another and another time. So that might be working close to each other. So what if he is the one developing time travel all over the time, and then from the future, naming himself differently, comes back into the past to undo some mistakes he may have made, or make some things right to make sure that this organization that he may have even created is not winning. Stuff like that. So now and that's why it gets complicated. In the end, the ideas for time travel he gave himself, because he read the books about John Titor and about the time machine, and thus got the ideas for a time machine. Yes, it is confusing. Yes, it is time travel. Yes, I may have had in the past some thoughts about this, because I am reading science fiction books quite a lot. So, I'm sorry. It's really a lot, but it's interesting. So right now we have a teleporter who somehow still changes the banana and puts it into the place where it was a minute or two before. And there we have teleportation and kind of time travel, because it is perfectly there. So we will see. Only problem right now is, if you want to use that, you don't want to look like this banana. Definitely don't want to. So I guess he will work on that. And we will see why the girl is in there now, what she wants from him. If my theories are legit or not. And seeing that there are a lot of more episodes, I'm pretty sure it is not as easy as I think, and it isn't easy yet. So, nice. I really like it. A lot to analyze, a lot to speculate about, to let my mind explode. So, I hope you liked that. I did, as always, and yeah, that's it for this time. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye, and out.